Hi, Delisa here with Rooted Strength Studio, the Creative Heretic, and today I wanted to talk about money work, energy work around money, uh, because I have very recently been dealing with fraud on a couple of my cards. Two different cards, two completely different situations. They're not connected in any way whatsoever, other than they're both happening at the same time. Kind of a pain in the ass, but not horrible, right? It's nothing major, tiny little things. It's sorted, it's being dealt with. But I wanted to talk about it because in the past, before doing a ton of energy work around money, something like this, something small, something inconvenient, or even something would have like sent me into a complete negative spiral and put me in a total negative headspace around my finances and what was happening, and all kinds of like horrible scenario, misery, situation thinking, right? But the past year, probably even longer than a year, I have done a metric ton of energy work around money, and it has shifted things for me quite a lot. It takes time and it's not perfect, and that's okay. And when you're doing these kinds of things, whether it's around money or any kind or anything else, anything that you're doing energy work around and trying to do your shadow work, shift, change, whatever patterns you're trying to break, any of that kind of stuff, when you're doing that work, those patterns and cycles will repeat themselves, and you will have moments like things like I'm dealing with right now, with these, small moments of having to deal with these fraud charges will pop up again. And that's not a sign of failure. That's not a sign that you haven't worked hard enough or not making any progress or anything like that. And I feel like that's not made clear in a lot of trending mainstream energy work stuff. It's very focused on like, well, if you do your mindset work and you stay in a positive mindset all the time, then it's fixed. And if you didn't fix it, it's because you failed at being 100% positive all the time, which is complete nonsense. That's not how any of this works. So when something like this happens, like for me right now, these fraud charges popping up, these instances where I have to deal with these financial issues, are not signs that I failed at doing my money work. They're check-ins. They're little tests. They're little check-ins, so that you just see where you're at. So sometimes you're just like, this happened, and if you are instantly pulled back into that old familiar like negativity cycle, then that just means you got a little bit more work to do, and maybe the work you had been doing just isn't fully integrated yet. Kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. It's not failure. It's just noticing, and maybe I need to try something a little different, or adjust what you've been doing in some way. Or it's a check-in to be like, hey, and then you react very differently than how you would have in the past. Like, I didn't get into a negativity spiral, even though this is very annoying and frustrating to deal with. Not getting into that negativity spiral. Handled it very calmly. Handled it with authority. Like, this is my money, and this is not how I'm using my money. This is not okay thing to happen with my money, right? But with calm. Knowing that it's going to fully be taken care of, and I'm not going to have this exact particular issue again. Now later some other kind of issue might pop up. That's how this shit works, because it's just a cycle. You're just going around, checking, testing, seeing where you're at, moving on, right? So that's fine. And that's how it's supposed to go. That's how you know where you're at in your energy work, whether you're applying it to money or something else. These check-ins, little tests, whatever you want to call them, pop up. You see where you're at. You make adjustments to what you're doing if necessary, or you say, hey, good job, keep going, and on to the next thing. Which, if the energy work, the money work that you've been doing is very surface level, like positive mindset only, affirmations only, and not doing the deeper work of realigning and recalibrating and resetting and adjusting your energy body and your nervous system, then you might feel like you're not making the kind of progress that you would like. And in those instances, if that's what's happening, then that's just a sign that you got to adjust what you're doing. Just make an adjustment, tweak something, try something else out. It doesn't make you a failure at it, right? It doesn't make it, it doesn't mean that you're doing manifestation wrong. It doesn't, right? It doesn't mean that you are just destined to suck at money or whatever. It's just continually doing the work and checking in. I didn't make like a script for this video, so I don't have like a full plan. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and say that. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, any questions about doing these energetic realignments, adjustments, how to make tweaks to whatever kind of positive mindset. I really don't like positive mindset stuff, and I don't mean that in trying to think positively is bad. I just feel like a way a lot of it's done, it's very tone policing and nonsense. So we don't do that here. But if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'm happy to try and answer them and go deeper into what it is that I have been doing. Yeah, just let me know. And wherever you are at in your cycle, in your spiral, traveling around, slowly working through all the stuff, wherever you are at, that's a perfectly okay and valid place to be. Okay? If you also like and subscribe if you are interested in more of this kind of content here on this channel. Okay?